Fit for a king. Yo, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today, we got something really awesome because this is my first time reviewing these. Like straight up, first time even owning them. And this, my friends, is the Nike Zoom Generation, also known as the LeBron 1. This particular colorway is one of my favorites. It's actually one of my actually, I have three. I know, big surprise. He likes them all. I don't actually like them all, but I like a lot of them. But anyways, this is one of my favorites, the OG, the one that he wore in his actual first game, even though these are called the first games, based off of his debut at home, which was unfortunately a loss, and I was just looking up his stats. He only had 7 points. That sucks.
Was it 7? I thought you said 6.
No, it was 7.
Okay.
Yeah, lucky number 7. He ended up turning into a king anyways. It's cool. It's also had like one of the longest careers in NBA history. Not the longest, but like one of them. Shout out to Robert Parrish. That dude was a G.
Robert Parrish is in the Parrish ones?
No, but that's always what I think about. What was I talking about?
Favorite colorways. Are any of them the wheat ones?
No, that's actually my least favorite colorway. It makes them look like a boot, which I know was the intent behind the colorway, but I don't like those. I don't like boots. I like these. I like the debut colorway, which was the one that he wore in his first game against Sacramento, of all places, so that's kind of cool. And his first 5 games were all losses. That sucks. But he's got a great career, so it's fine.
It's like Kobe.
That was a different situation. Kobe wasn't even allowed on the court, basically. Like, they kept his ass on the bench. It was so f***ed up. But, you know, whatever. They essentially gave LeBron all the pressure in the world, which also sucks. So dude had nerves, you know what I mean? He still performed well outside of this game, of course.
It's hard to be a rookie.
It's hard to be king.
Ask Simba.
But in addition to this and the reverse colorway, which was just white and black, I really like the white and blue ones as well. It's kind of like a USA themed colorway. I really like all 3 versions of the shoe. They also had a low top version, not my favorite, believe it or not, even though I love low tops, but I just think that they look best like this. I don't know why. Maybe it's the first time I saw them. Maybe it's just the design. Not sure. Either way, I think that they're gorgeous. And again, my first time owning the shoe, so I'm just super hyped up for that. There's a reason behind it, because there's a lot of history behind the shoe. If you were interested in this hoodie and everything, we've got hoodies and tees down below. There should be like some kind of weird online shelf that you can actually purchase our stuff directly while you're still watching the video. So nothing's getting interrupted and everything's smooth and seamless.
We're like QVC.
But not. Okay. I'm not slap chopping stuff or anything.
Here's how it works.
Now this colorway is back for the 3rd time. Basically, there was an original launch back in 2003. There was a retro launch. I forgot the date already. Was it 2015, 2017? And then now back in 2023 for its 20th anniversary. These will be available. I already forgot the date too.
The 21st.
Thank you. Do I re-say that or do we just keep this?
March 21st they'll be available. If you're in the Sacramento/Elk Grove area, you can even head over to Phenom.
There you go. And if you're not in the Sacramento or Elk Grove area, they also have 2 other locations in Minnesota. And make sure that you follow their social accounts because that is where they announce what the release procedures are going to be like for every shoe. And every shoe is different. So some might be first come first serve, some might be raffle, some might be IG raffle, all that kind of good stuff. Now, as far as the shoe is concerned, outsole is awesome, man. Like, look at this thing. You got some massively aggressive, large herringbone. This just looks like it's outdoor friendly. It's awesome. Now, as far as its performance, again, I don't know. I've never ever had a pair of these. It feels good, but my court's clean. It's not even a court, it's a floor. So if you've actually played in these, sound off below and let us know your performance thoughts or your performance review in the comment section. I would greatly appreciate that. I'm sure that we're going to discuss it in our WearTesters Discord community, which is a great way to support the channel directly outside of just viewing the videos, because I don't know if you guys know this, but YouTube takes 40% of our revenue right off top.
Boo, you whore.
So if you wanted to make sure that you support the channel directly, head over to WearTesters.com/join. There will be a link down below in the description box and you can sign up there. Again, all of that stuff directly affects us in a positive way. It supports the channel. It allows us to buy the product so that we can review it for you guys. On top of that, when you're over at the Discord community, there's a full-on community over there. I just got told in the comment section of the Jordan 4 SBs that one of our community members got early access and ooped them to another community member for retail. That's cool, man. On top of that, if you like toys and action figures, comic books, Fortnite, all that kind of crap, and you want to discuss those things with me, Discord's the place, man. Now, in addition to the awesome outsole right here, we actually have a carbon fiber shank. I think that this thing is great because, well, it's not plastic. Even though I can't knock on plastic or anything, a lot of the new TPU shanks are a lot lighter and they're a lot more flexible than carbon fiber was or has been, but it's just nice to see this stuff. You know, I'm from the 90s, so this is my thing. Like, I like these things. Now, moving on up to the midsole, this thing, this is I really like sneakers and sneaker design. This type of fabric application is just really neat, dude. They wrap the midsole. It is Phylon, so there's that, but they wrapped it in the same type of like mesh. It's almost like a Cordura mesh that the upper has, and they wrap the midsole with it. It just looks cool, man. I really like it. You don't like this?
Oh, I know why you like it.
Why?
Because it's like a call out to the Jordan 13.
Well, I don't know if it's a definitive call out, but it reminds me of the 13. But even if it didn't, I like it. It flows. It looks so dope. It doesn't hurt any of the cushion or anything like that. Like these are mad comfortable. I really like that. Inside of the midsole itself, there's actually a heel air unit and a 4-foot zoom air unit. So LeBrons have been doing the max and zoom thing forever. They strayed away from it a little bit when they went to the LeBron 7s. That was the first one with the full length air and stuff like that. But overall, he's always been a zoom and max kind of guy. Like I've always correlated or compared his shoes to Penny's, because Penny's was one of the first ones to do that. They used max in the back, zoom in the front. You got the best of both worlds. It was always awesome to me because you could see one and feel one. It was dope. This one, you can't actually see one, but you can feel them. And then on top of everything, there is this insole right here. This is a real legit polyurethane insole. It's awesome. I love it. They didn't just use these in Jordans. Like this was a legit performance insole back in the day. So I really wish that we would get back to these things. Now the upper is really interesting because again, like I was saying, they got that Cordura style mesh on most of the upper. The rest of it looks like leather, and I was surprised that it wasn't. It's all synthetic. I thought that was really weird because this shoe looks like it's from my era. You know what I mean? Like I like playing in leather stuff. So when I saw this, I was like, sick. It's got all the cushion that I like, it's got the insole that I like, it's got a look that I like, and it's made out of leather, but it's not. So yeah, so I thought that was really interesting.
I hate to keep going back to Kobe since I already mentioned him once, but they look very much like they released when the Kobe ones came out.
They did.
Did they? Like same year?
Let's see, so there was the 2K4s, then the 2K5s, then the Kobe ones were I think 2006, but still same like era, same like clump of years, you know? But back to the shoe, the materials are synthetic, a little bit disappointed by that, but I still think that it looks great. This definitely Kobe-ish, you know what I mean? The Kobe 1-ish, where you look at that inside panel, it's all crinkled up and stuff. You kind of got that like texture there. It's not the exact same, but it's definitely a little bit of a visual cue or a reminder at least. Again, I think these were released before.
You said 03.
Yeah, so this is 03. Those Kobe's were I think 06 if I'm remembering the dates. It could have been 05. I'm wondering if he wore the 2K5s and then in the same season, but I don't remember. I don't remember everything, believe it or not. Now, one of my favorite little pieces that's in here that you actually can't see until you turn the shoe around, this little vent right here. Again, not a direct call out, but reminds me of
the Jordan 14.
Wow, she rolled her eyes so hard, you guys, you have no idea.
You can hear it in my voice.
Man, but yeah, so it reminds me of the Jordan 14, but a little bit different because instead of it being in the arch area and all that stuff, it's actually in the upper.
I would also like to give a call out to that insole because it's perforated so that when it's covering, it can actually breathe.
But inside the shoe, so you can see in there, it's got a gusseted tongue, so that means that it's attached and everything like that. So if you were just to move the tongue out of the way, right in there, that vent, which is this thing. And yeah, I don't know, man. I think that's really cool. Now the tongue and the liner are really, really neat because the liner itself, like this back collar area, is the sphere stuff that we see on the Nike LeBron 20. It's a full circle moment. I think that's awesome. It's not to mold around your foot or anything. It's actually a moisture management situation here. So there's perforations or holes within the sock liner, not the liner itself, but the padding inside of it. And it's supposed to allow some airflow through there and everything, all the nooks and crannies. That plus the vent and everything, I think that that's really cool. And the tongue itself is hella breathable. It's really stretchy too. Like that just looked comfortable. Like that's cool. The mid-top design around the ankle is very interesting to me. I think that's probably the one thing that has always like stuck out the most. Like, you know how certain shoes have like a design feature, like the cross straps on the 8s, maybe the vent on the 14, the asymmetrical collar on the 13. This one, it's the ankle collar. Like that just to me is like, wow, that's really cool. It's very untraditional and I really like it. Maybe that's why I don't like the lows as much because they do away with that. And that's just one of my favorite looking things of the shoe. And just in case you wanted to know why these are so awesome or how they ended up to be this awesome, both performance-wise, tech-wise, design-wise, all of that kind of stuff, it's because it was co-designed by 3 legends over at the Nike brand. The first one being Tinker Hatfield. The second one being Eric Avar. Besides Tinker, Eric's like my favorite dude. All the Pennies, the Kobe's, Posits, all that stuff, that dude did it all. A lot of the Alpha Project stuff, amazing guy. Last but not least, Aaron Cooper. Aaron Cooper actually designed the insole graphics, not for this, but for our Move insoles.
Oh, I was gonna say he didn't do much on this insole.
It was not this insole. He designed the graphics on the Move insole, so fun fact. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, they do fit true to size, whatever you typically wear, that's exactly what I would order. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. Let us know what you think about the Nike Zoom generation, also known as LeBron ones. But thank you guys so much for being here. We greatly appreciate it. We'll catch you on the next one. So until then, have a good one. Man, these are moved in like a mother.
Looks like you're gonna have a baby getting that thing out.
I felt like I did earlier taking a dump.